Hi, my name is Nick Sweeting, and I went to Sunset for 1 year of high school in 2014, which is when I graduated. I'm now a software engineer, and I'm starting a new company in Montreal. And I just wanted to go through and answer some questions that Mr. Galbraith had in a video form. So, first question is, what was my first year of college like? And I've kind of taken an unconventional approach, and I didn't do college. So I was studying CS pretty intensely throughout high school, and in a junior year of high school, I actually stopped school and dropped out for a semester to work at various tech companies. But I realized kind of the value of having a high school diploma, so I went back for senior year of high school, and luckily had enough credits to complete. But while I was at Sunset High School, I was actually trying to start a company in Portland, Oregon with a co-founder of mine called The Hotspot. And I was kind of coding part-time and also doing school part-time, so I had to balance this weird mix of work and school. And I think the most important part of my education at Sunset was actually the C++ and data structures class that I took, because it really allowed me to kickstart my CS education and get all the fundamental CS building blocks that you really need to dive in and learn more and actually work in the industry at a very young age. So from there, I basically had the fundamentals that you learn in undergrad CS, and I could teach myself much faster and much further than I would otherwise in a college setting. So actually, the C++ and data structures class was pretty transformational in my CS education. It taught me the basic fundamental data structures and has allowed me to kind of use that as a launch point to go off and teach myself a lot more after that. As far as IB classes in general and how valuable they were beyond Sunset, I'm lucky in that I work in an industry where people don't really care about degrees that much. They like to see skills in practice, and they'll generally just give you a problem on a whiteboard and ask you to solve it. So I've actually never been asked for a diploma, whether it's high school or college. I've normally been asked in interviews to solve problems. So the IB diploma, I didn't actually do the full IB program, I just took some IB classes. The classes themselves were really, really valuable, but on paper, I've never actually had to show anyone. But what I really value is that the IB program goes into a much, much deeper level than your standard high school courses. And it really helps the people who are passionate about certain subjects go deep into those subjects and get a lot more out of high school than they otherwise would. I think in particular my most valuable classes at Sunset were the C++ and data structures class, because it's helped my career a lot, but also IB physics. I took IB physics, and it covered basically everything from classical mechanics up to very, very elementary, like atomic and quantum stuff. But that was a fairly advanced course, and I probably could have gotten more out of it if I was as passionate as I was about CS. But I'm so glad that it exists, because it's really provides a much higher level of knowledge than you'd otherwise be able to get in most of the high schools in the U.S. The most surprising thing about college. So I didn't go to college, but I think the most surprising thing about my education in general is that what you learn on paper doesn't really matter at all. It's really what classes that you're passionate about, and the energy that you put into those classes comes out exponentially on the other side. So if your high school offers really rigorous and high intensity, not high intensity, but really deep classes, the people who are passionate in those classes can get an amazing amount of benefit out of these. As far as skills and abilities most useful beyond Sunset, so when I first started kind of teaching myself programming, I took a make mistakes until it works kind of approach, where I was just hacking together websites and kind of trying janky combinations of little bits of scripting languages and trying to get freelance work off of that. But as I was saying before, the C++ and data structures class at Sunset really helped me learn the fundamentals that I was missing out on by teaching myself, and it kind of put me on a level playing field with everyone else who comes out of college and knows all these fundamentals and can whiteboard them. So yeah, just to wrap up, I think I got a lot out of my Sunset education in general, but in particular, the very high-level classes that I put the most effort into have paid back exponentially. Thank you.